Hello, everybody. Welcome to week 3, lesson 2. And today we're going to be talking about how math is a language. So if you've ever felt like you've heard someone speaking math and you didn't understand what they were saying, or if you've ever seen me type out a problem and you've responded like one student did in a Google form, what language is this? I completely understand because math is a language and it's a language that we have to learn. There's vocabulary, there are different tenses. It is just as difficult to learn how to speak math and how to talk about math than I think it is to learn a new language. So you should be very proud of yourself every time that you are speaking mathematically, because I truly believe math is a language. And many students already speak more than one language, so I'm kind of adding on a third for you, and I appreciate you coming along for this ride for me. Let's get some vocabulary down so that we can talk about math as a language. When I am saying things like 4 plus 4, I am talking about a very specific kind of operation. I'm talking about addition. So when we are adding things together, when we are using addition, there are a lot of different words that I could use. Sometimes I ask for the sum of two things, meaning if you were to add those two things together, what is the sum? This word is usually used when talking about the weight of objects or honestly money. Another word that comes to mind when thinking about addition is the total of two things when you add them together. So the total cost of your, I don't know, trip to the gas station is the amount that the gas cost plus whatever snacks that you got. I just said another word right there, plus. Plus is another word for addition. Sometimes we talk about increase. So if something, it was increased by 4, that means I was adding 4 to it. So 4 different words already just talking about addition. We also have different words for subtraction. So I'm just going through now some of the operations that we use. So these are different words for different operations. Operations being adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. So dividing, or, oh, we're doing subtraction. Subtraction. So some words that I might use when I'm talking about using subtraction. The difference between two numbers. Difference is a word that can be used in place of subtraction. Minus is probably the one that you've heard the most. I remember growing up in 5th grade, I could not say minus at all. I couldn't. I tried, but I could not say minus. Another word would be, or another phrase is decreased by. The total value of, I don't know, my car decreased by $10 yesterday. So my car went down in value by $10. So decreased by would be another way to say, hey, this thing that she's talking about right now, she's talking about subtraction. She's talking about taking value away from something. Another way we might even just say subtracted from. 5 subtracted from 10. Which would be 10 minus 5. That's another way of indicating or saying that we're talking about subtraction. What other operations do we have? We did addition, we did subtraction. Let's talk about multiplication. Oh, I want a different color. We'll do red. So how can you tell when I'm talking if I'm talking about multiplying things? I'm going to write something down. This is a multiplication problem. If I were to read this out loud to you, I would say 4 times 4. Or I might say a product of 4 and 4. Or I might say, like, for example, if we did 2 times 8, I might say twice of 8. So 2 times 8 would be 8 plus 8. That is twice of 8. Or double or triple that, quadruple. If I say, I will charge you $15 3 times, there's the word times again. You'd be multiplying 15 by 3. You could triple the value of your home by adding a home water system. I don't know. That definitely just came from a commercial that I must have heard someday. These are all different words that mean multiply. These are all different words that mean subtract, all different words that mean add. So we're adding right now to our math vocabulary. The last one that we have is division. So division or dividing. Ways that we can talk about division are there's the word quotient. If you see the word quotient, we're talking about dividing something. Divided by is the most simple one we see, divided by. Or here's another one. You can have half of my pizza. I would be dividing my pizza in 2 and giving you half. So half of my pizza or a third of my pizza could also be talking about doing division. The reason why we're doing this vocabulary right now is because I'm going to give you some phrases and we are going to write them as equations. So I'm going to give you a phrase. The first phrase I will say is the product of a number, and 3. The product of a number and 3. The first thing I see is this word product. We need to look at our handy dandy list up here and see where do we see product. Is product addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division? Product. Whatever I'm going to be writing is going to be me doing some kind of multiplication. The next thing I'm kind of uncertain about is this a number. A number. Is there a way to write a number without knowing what it is? There is. That is the role of a variable. A variable is a letter placeholder for a number. So if we don't know what the number is, we can use a variable like x. So in this case, I'm saying a product of a number and 3, or we're looking at a multiplication problem of a number, which we're going to call x, and 3. I'm going to write 3 times x. I am multiplying 3 and x. Another way to write this would be 3x, or x times 3. All of these things are a product of a number and 3. It is 3 being multiplied by some number, which we called x. The next one. The difference between a number and 10. So we already see the number, which means we're going to be working with a variable, and 10. I might just start by writing x and 10 here. This word difference has to stand for some operation. It's either addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. If I go up here and look at my list, I see it now. It is by subtraction. If I want to know the difference between a number and 10, I am talking about a subtraction problem. So I put a minus sign in between a number, which is x, that variable, and 10, a number and 10. If you are getting really confused by this a number part, all it means is a variable. Do not let yourself be stopped by where it says a number. Another example, the quotient. So I've already said the word that relates to the operation. Quotient. The quotient of a number and -5. I'm going to write down, so a number is a variable, so I'm going to write down x and -5. In my little, this is what I'm calling my answer area down here. I'm also going to write -5. So now I just need to put in the middle of those two things, in between the number and between the -5, I need to put whatever my operation symbol is for quotient. So either a plus, a minus, a division symbol, or a multiplication symbol, whichever operation quotient relates to. And in this case, a quotient is division. So I am going to write a division symbol in between x and -5. This is x divided by -5, a quotient of a number, a variable, and -5. Another way you could have written it was as a fraction, like that. Fractions are also division. You might have also seen it like this. Those are just alternative ways of writing a quotient and a number, a quotient, a division symbol. Let's try another one. The product of a number and 10 increased by 1. I want us to notice something here. There is a comma right there. This is two statements, so we're going to be doing two different things. First, I need to find out what a product of a number and 10 is, and then I need to increase that by 1. So I know a number means x and 10 means 10, so I'm going to write x and 10 here. And I'm going to discover what a product relates to. Is a product adding, multiplying, dividing, or subtracting? We have already highlighted product. This means that our first part of a problem is multiplication. So the very first part is I have x times 10. Now I also want to take this and I want to increase it by 1. If I look at my operations up here, I do see the word increase. Increase is talking about addition. So I want to take a product of a number and 10, which is x times 10, and I'm going to add 1 to it. X times 10 plus 1. And there I go. Another way I could have written this would be 10x plus 1. X times 10 can be simplified as 10x. And that's all I have. Let's see. I think we're going to end it here today, and we'll start up with another one tomorrow. Thank you. See you in the next one. Bye.